In the grand meeting room, as Qin Tian departed, the others also followed suit, one by one. The Xinling king approached Yimo and the other person beside him, saying, "Once the auction ends, we will begin executing this serpent hunter plan. I hope the two of you can set aside past grudges and work together." After speaking, the Xinling king left as well. A top-secret mission. Yimo shook his head, puzzled. Why had Qin Tian, who had never been particularly fond of the Xinling king, suddenly agreed to this? Shaking his head again, Yimo decided not to dwell on it further and slowly left. Meanwhile, Xiao Yan and his companions were resting in an inn within Xinling City, awaiting the arrival of the auction in 10 days. The Dou continent, a high-ranking continent, was vast and densely populated, so it had been divided into 4 regions. In the north of the Dou continent lay the Tianqing continent. In the south, the Haohai continent. To the west, the Xinling continent. And to the east, the Douyun continent. The Douyun continent was a land rich in both resources and imperial qi. It was a place where talents emerged in abundance, and notably, it was home to the 8 ancient clans. It was said that the 8 ancient clans had originally ascended from a lower dimension known as the Dou Qi continent to this upper dimension, the Dou Di continent. In the beginning, each clan had only a few members. However, thanks to their talents, they gradually gained a foothold on the Douyun continent, eventually growing into the powerful clans they are today. Whether this legend is true remains uncertain. The 8 ancient clans are the Shao clan, Gu clan, Soul clan, Yin clan, Yao clan, Shi clan, Ling clan, and Lei clan. However, despite being known as the 8 ancient clans, in reality, only 7 of these clans are based in the core region of the Douyun continent. The Shao clan does not have a presence here, and the reason for this remains unknown. In the heart of the Douyun continent, within the Gu clan's domain, stood an enormous mountain, which itself was divided into 7 smaller peaks. Each peak housed a different branch of the clan. These 7 peaks represented the 7 factions of the Gu clan, a level of division that was rare even among the ancient clans. The 7 peaks were known to outsiders as the immortal crafting peaks, and it was said that anyone residing there was destined to reach the level of Dou Xian. What most people didn't know, however, was that each of the 7 peaks was home to a powerful Dou Xian, a fact that cemented the Gu clan's prestigious reputation. After all, Dou Xian experts were not easy to come by on the Douyun continent. Even a single Dou Xian was considered a heavyweight, let alone the 7, or perhaps more, known to reside in the Gu clan. At this moment, on one of the 7 peaks, a slender figure in simple clothing gracefully stepped out from a courtyard. Despite her plain attire, her slim figure was unmistakably elegant. Her long eyelashes fluttered slightly, and her 3,000 strands of silky hair swayed gently in the breeze, adding to her refined aura. Yet, within her beautiful eyes, a flicker of golden flame danced. Who else could this be but Xun'er, the woman Xiao Yan longed for day and night? Strangely, ever since Xun'er and Gu Yuan arrived at the Gu clan, the management of the 7 peaks had been left to a single person. Over time, however, this individual mysteriously disappeared, and the 7 Dou Xian experts of the 7 peaks had to step in to take charge. What was even stranger was that the clan leader and many of the elders who had overseen the clan's affairs also vanished, with only a few select individuals knowing that they had gone in search of something mysterious. Thus, the management of the Gu clan now rested with the 7 Dou Xians of the 7 peaks. Outside the courtyard, an old man in white lay on a patch of green grass. His hair was streaked with black and white, and though his eyes were half closed, there was no trace of Dou Qi emanating from him. Despite this, his presence alone was enough to send chills down the spine of anyone nearby. The old man lay there calmly, his eyes closed, as the wind rustled the grass around him, occasionally brushing against his body. Xun'er approached him quietly, her lips parting slightly. "Teacher, is it done?" The old man murmured without stirring. "Yes, it's done." Xun'er's soft, melodious voice echoed across the grassy field. "You truly are a prodigy. In just a few months of secluded training, you've fully mastered the power of the Golden Emperor's sky-burning flame. You must have broken through to the 5-star Dou D level by now." The old man slowly opened his eyes and spoke in a measured tone. "Teacher, I have indeed broken through. I am now at the mid 5-star Dou D level, Xun'er replied respectfully, though the golden flames flickering in her eyes hinted at some deeper concerns. The Golden Emperor's sky-burning flame was an ancestral heavenly flame of the Gu clan, passed down since their time on the Douqi continent. Yet, since arriving at the Gu clan's base on the Douyun continent, Xun'er had discovered that the power of the flame within her body had not been fully absorbed. It felt as though something crucial was missing. Fortunately, with her teacher's guidance, she had successfully assimilated the full power of the heavenly flame, and with the aid of various mystical pills, her strength had skyrocketed. The heavenly flame within you contains immense power, but it was restricted by the limitations of the Douqi continent, so it could only help you to a limited extent, the old man explained. Xun'er nodded in agreement. Now that you've broken through to the 5-star Dou D level, you're strong enough to compete with the other 6 factions. After all, the Golden Emperor's sky-burning flame within you is tied to one of the most valuable treasures of the Gu clan. The other factions will stop at nothing to seize the flame from you, the old man warned. But teacher, Xun'er hesitated. What is it? The old man immediately sensed her unease and inquired. Teacher, do you remember promising me a short break once I broke through to the 5-star Dou D level? Xun'er asked, her eyes full of anticipation. Sigh, you little rascal, the old man chuckled helplessly. I can grant you a break, but you must understand, Xun'er, the Golden Emperor's sky-burning flame in your body is critical to our clan's legacy. While you're within the clan, I can ensure your safety, and none of the other factions would dare lay a finger on you. However, the moment you step outside. Furthermore, your current strength is still too weak for me to feel at ease, the old man said, trailing off, though the implication was clear. I understand your concerns, teacher, but my husband is still out there. How can I focus on my cultivation knowing that? Xun'er replied softly, yet the determined flicker in her golden eyes did not escape the old man's notice. That boy. He's from the Xiao clan, isn't he? The old man's eyes narrowed as he gazed into the distance. Teacher, Xun'er's golden eyes widened in shock. Although she wasn't sure why, ever since Xun'er arrived on this unfamiliar continent, she had come to understand something from the conversations of those around her. Anything related to the Xiao clan seemed to be a taboo here. Don't be nervous. There's no one else here but us, the old man reassured her, noticing Xun'er's shock. Are you finding it strange? He asked. This Douyun continent is supposed to be home to the 8 ancient clans, so why are only 7 left now? Yes, teacher, I have many questions, Xun'er said eagerly, realizing her teacher seemed to know the secrets behind this mystery. She had been wondering how to uncover this knowledge. Listen carefully, little girl. I'll only say this once. The old man suddenly grew serious. The next moment, a terrifying aura emanated from the old man's body, slowly forming a separate space around them. Feeling the intense pressure from her teacher, Xun'er was overcome with a bone-deep coldness. Unable to resist, she almost dropped to her knees, but managed to stay upright by summoning golden flames around her body. So this is the power of a Dou Xian, Xun'er murmured to herself. Legend has it that the Dou D continent is divided into 4 regions: Eastern Douyun, Western Xianling, Southern Haohai, and Northern Tianqing. The old man began to explain. The 8 ancient clans are based here on the Douyun continent. They are considered the pillars of this land. As for the origins of the 8 ancient clans, you already know a bit. The founders of the 8 ancient clans originally broke through the Dou D level on your Douqi continent, shattered the dimensional barriers, and arrived here in the Douyun continent, where they demonstrated their immense power and established the 8 ancient clans. Even on this Douyun continent, the 8 ancient clans are ranked by strength. Among them, our Gu clan ranks 3rd, while the Soul clan ranks 2nd. And as for the first, that honor belongs to the Xiao clan, the old man said with a nostalgic tone. The Xiao clan is the strongest? Xun'er asked, slightly surprised, her lips parting in astonishment. Yes, the Xiao clan was the foremost of the 8 clans, the old man replied. This was because the Xiao clan produced a supreme expert at the Doushin level. A Doushin? Xun'er's heart couldn't calm down, deeply shocked by this revelation. On the Dou D continent, no matter which of the 4 regions one was in, a Dou Xian expert would be treated as an esteemed guest. But a Dou Xian, the Dou D continent had none, for a Dou Xian was a peak-level existence. No need to think about it. As far as I know, there are no Dou Xians currently on the Dou D continent, perhaps only in the Seven Realms Center, the old man muttered. The center of the Seven Realms, Xun'er echoed. Each of the Seven Realms was home to numerous lower dimensions, and only those whose strength reached a certain threshold could ascend to a higher dimension. The center of the Seven Realms was where the strongest experts from each realm gathered. The Seven Realms were divided into the Monster Realm, Demon Realm, Ghost Realm, Immortal Realm, Buddhist Realm, Netherworld Realm, and Human Realm. Together, they were known as the Seven Realms Center. This is all too distant. Let's get back to the point. The old man smiled faintly, dismissing the subject. The reason the Xiao clan has become taboo on the Dou D continent is because they once produced a Dou Xian, which qualified them to enter the Human Realm Center. However, for reasons unknown, the Xiao clan was hunted down by a united force of the Seven Realms, leading to their near extinction. Still, some powerful members of the Xiao clan survived, but they've been on the run from the human realm ever since. Their current whereabouts are unknown to anyone. However, if they were ever found by any of the enforcement squads from the Seven Realms Center, they would surely meet their end. Because the minimum requirement to enter the Seven Realms Center is to be a Dou Xian, the old man added. How can that be? Xun'er's face paled in fear upon hearing her teacher's words. Her teacher had explained that while no one knew exactly what the Xiao clan ancestor had done in the center of the Seven Realms, the fact that they were hunted down by all Seven Realms made it clear just how grave the situation had been. Brother Xiao Yan, you can't be in danger, Xun'er murmured, deeply worried. Don't worry too much. Although your lover is from the Xiao clan, the people from the Human Realms Center have no time to deal with him. The Seven Realms are constantly locked in open and secret struggles. The old man chuckled. Teacher, is it really true that the Xiao clan's name is forbidden here on the Douyun continent? Xun'er asked softly. Yes, because the Dou D continent belongs to an upper dimension, the highest of the dimensions. In the Dou D continent, we are under the supervision of the top experts from the Human Realms Center, the old man explained solemnly. So in this Dou D continent, the Xiao clan must never be mentioned, or else, his tone grew more serious. I never imagined that brother Xiao Yan's Xiao clan would be burdened with such a secret. Xun'er shook her head slightly, her eyes drifting toward the distant horizon as she murmured to herself. You little rascal! The old man chuckled in resignation. It was clear that even the old man was a bit puzzled. How had this boy from the Xiao clan managed to win the heart of Xun'er, a woman as ethereal as a heavenly fairy? One day, I'll have to meet this boy. After all, he's stolen the heart of my most prized disciple, the old man said in a mockingly stern tone. Teacher, please stop teasing me, Xun'er quickly interrupted, cutting off her teacher's teasing. But teacher, I think I must leave now. I need to find brother Xiao Yan, Xun'er said. Her words accompanied by a smile, so radiant it seemed to outshine all creation. You, the old man sighed. Though we've only been together for a few months, I've grown fond of you, little one. Your talent is extraordinary, but that stubbornness of yours runs deep. But remember this. Wherever you go, you will always be my disciple, the disciple of the Heavenly Emperor, the old man said softly. Xiao Qing, come out. You'll be responsible for her safety, the old man called out. If anything happens to her, don't bother coming back, he added in a calm yet firm voice. As soon as he finished speaking, the surrounding space began to ripple, and a figure clad in green appeared. Yes, master, the woman, known as Gu Qing, responded respectfully. Thank you, master, Xun'er said, beaming with joy. Gu Qing's strength was formidable, likely comparable to that of a 9-star Dou D expert. But what made Xun'er even happier was that she could finally go search for her brother Xiao Yan. Brother Xiao Yan, wherever you are, wait for me, she thought to herself excitedly. Your Excellency, Heavenly Emperor, Xun'er, there's trouble. The Holy Court has sent people here, and they're demanding to see Xun'er. A familiar voice suddenly rang out across the grass field. What? The Heavenly Emperor's expression shifted dramatically. A figure slowly emerged in the distance, and it was none other than Xun'er's father, Gu Yuan. After all, the only ones who could freely come and go from Xun'er's residence were her teacher, the Heavenly Emperor, and her father. Because of the presence of the Golden Emperor's sky-burning flame within Xun'er, a flame tied to one of the clan's most valuable treasures, she had been taken in as the Heavenly Emperor's final disciple, elevating Gu Yuan's status within the clan as well. Gu Yuan, is what you're saying true? The Heavenly Emperor's face grew grim as he turned to Gu Yuan. It's absolutely true, Gu Yuan replied firmly. After speaking, Gu Yuan glanced at Xun'er with a concerned expression. As a father, all he wanted was for his daughter to live a happy and carefree life. Upon seeing the smile on Xun'er's lips again, Gu Yuan's heart softened slightly. This is going to be troublesome. The expression on the Heavenly Emperor's face grew more serious. Teacher, what's going on? Xun'er asked in surprise. With her keen senses, Xun'er had immediately noticed the change in her teacher's demeanor since her father mentioned the Holy Court. It was clear that even her teacher, the Heavenly Emperor and a powerful Dou expert, was troubled by the news. Miss Xun'er, you may not be aware, Gu Qing interjected coldly. On the Douyun continent, apart from the strength of the 8 ancient clans, there are other powerful factions as well. The Holy Court is one of the most formidable forces among them. The Holy Court? Xun'er's delicate brows furrowed slightly. Having spent most of her time on the immortal crafting peak, she had limited knowledge of the outside world. The Holy Court, the Heavenly Emperor spoke slowly, even though we live on the Dou continent, not everyone here is a Dou. There are still many Doushangs, and even weaker individuals, as well as ordinary people who have never practiced cultivation. For those people, matters like birth, aging, sickness, and death are their greatest concerns. Over time, the people of Douyun continent began seeking the protection of angels. At the highest point of the Douyun continent, they built a grand palace. Moved by human devotion, the angelic clan, who possessed the power of resurrection, established a portal to their heavenly realm, the Eye of the Angels. At the Holy Court's headquarters on the Douyun continent's highest peak, the Heavenly Emperor explained. The Holy Court is essentially the angelic clan's influence in the human world, Gu Qing added. So, the Holy Court is backed by the angelic clan? Xun'er's golden eyes flickered slightly with surprise. Even Xun'er, who usually remained calm and composed, couldn't help but feel astonished. The power of the angels, particularly their mastery over resurrection, was undoubtedly more enticing than anything a medicine master could offer. After all, what good were the finest pills if one wasn't alive to enjoy them? Sigh, Xun'er, let's go see what they want, the Heavenly Emperor said softly. I hope they're not here because of me, Xun'er muttered to herself. The Heavenly Emperor and Gu Qing began to walk forward, and Xun'er glanced at her father before saying, Father, I'm going to search for Brother Xiao Yan. I've already spoken to my teacher about it, so you can rest assured in the clan. Her eyes grew a little misty as she finished speaking, and then she followed after them. The 3 figures slowly disappeared into the grasslands. Sigh, Xiao Yan, I hope you're safe, Gu Yuan murmured, shaking his head in resignation before vanishing as well. The 7 immortal crafting peaks formed a circle, with the central point serving as the meeting place for the 7 factions of the Gu clan. Whenever there was an important event or a visit from influential figures, the gathering would take place here. The area was filled with an array of exquisite buildings, birds singing, and flowers blooming. Streams flowed gently, making the place feel like a living paradise. Hee, I wonder what business the Holy Court has this time? In a quiet wooden cabin, 6 elderly figures sat at the head of the table. Without a doubt, these were the Dou experts from the 6 other peaks of the Gu clan. Across from them sat a rather handsome young man and an elderly man dressed in a simple red robe. Elders, the purpose of my visit is to strengthen the relationship between the Holy Court and the Gu clan. After all, we both reside on the Douyun continent, and it's always good to have mutual support, the handsome young man said with a slight smile, though his eyes kept glancing toward the door, as if waiting for someone. Well said, well said. The 6 elders nodded eagerly. Forming an alliance with the Holy Court, or even becoming their partner would be an extraordinary achievement. After all, The Holy Court represented the angelic clan's presence in the human realm. It was said that they wielded the power of resurrection, a terrifying ability that anyone would covet. For these elders, who were already advanced in age and had limited room for further breakthroughs, cultivating a good relationship with the Holy Court could mean not only resurrection but possibly even reversing their aging process. "I wonder why the Heavenly Emperor hasn't arrived yet," the handsome young man remarked, his gaze still focused on the outside. "Ha ha ha, I was wondering who it might be, and it turns out to be you, Mijia, you old rascal." A hearty laugh came from outside. "You old rascal," the red-robed cardinal in red, Mijia, smiled gently at the Heavenly Emperor. The Heavenly Emperor entered the room, followed by two women. One was Gu Qing, exuding an icy aura that made it clear she was not to be approached lightly. The other was Xun'er, her slender figure perfectly complemented by her simple yet elegant dress. Her golden eyes, glowing faintly with fire, and her long eyelashes gave her a regal beauty that was hard to ignore. "Greetings to the 6 elders," Xun'er said softly, placing her delicate hands in front of her stomach and gracefully bowing with her toes slightly touching the ground. "Hee, Miss Xun'er is still as courteous as ever," the 6 elders remarked with admiration. "You flatter me," Xun'er replied modestly as she sat down, her gaze never once falling on the 2 members of the Holy Court. "Such a beauty. She must be an angel sent by the heavens." The handsome young man's eyes lit up with desire the moment Xun'er appeared, and he couldn't tear his gaze away from her. "Let's get to the point. What business do you have?" The Heavenly Emperor's arrival completed the gathering of all 7 Dou Xians of the Gu clan. Before them stood only an average-looking young man and the Dou Xian level cardinal in red. "Elder, I am the Son of Light from the Holy Court, and I have come to the Gu clan with one request," the young man in black said, his calm demeanor making his soft features appear even more gentle. "What? He's the Son of Light?" The 6 Gu clan Dou Xian elders were astonished, their disbelief clear. The Son of Light. They knew all too well what that title represented. Light, the origin of all things, the essence of creation. The Son of Light didn't just mean that this man possessed light attribute Dou Qi. It signified something even greater. He had been chosen by the angels. The Son of Light. It was no exaggeration to say that, if nurtured properly, he was destined to become a peak-level expert in the future. What's more, light attribute Dou Qi was primarily used for healing, but it also held immense power over those from the ghost realm and demon realm, suppressing them completely. The potential of someone who could wield resurrection magic was unparalleled, and such a person would be followed with even more devotion than a medicine master. "The Son of Light," Xun'er noted the shock on the faces of the 6 elders, but remained unaffected. Her mind was already filled with thoughts of the man wielding the heavy ruler, Xiao Yan. "The Son of Light. It has indeed been many years since we last saw one. I remember 1,000 years ago, when the previous Son of Light from the Holy Court reached the peak of Dou Xian, just one step away from becoming a Dou Shan. With mastery over the resurrection spell, he became a true overlord of the Douyun continent," the Heavenly Emperor said slowly. "That man was my uncle," the young man said humbly, aware that among the 7 Dou Xian elders of the Gu clan, the Heavenly Emperor was the most powerful. Hence, he had no choice but to adopt a respectful attitude, knowing that he had come to make a request. As long as he could achieve his goal, enduring some humiliation now wasn't a big deal. "Hee, I wonder what brings the Holy Court here today?" The Heavenly Emperor narrowed his eyes slightly. It was clear from the identity of the Son of Light and the presence of Mijia, one of the 3 cardinals in red, that this young man was highly valued by the Holy Court. Even the Heavenly Emperor had to lower his posture in front of the Son of Light, as his rank in the Holy Court was second only to the Pope and the 3 cardinals. "Hee, allow me to explain," said Mijia, the cardinal, standing up beside the Son of Light with a calm smile. "I've long heard of Miss Xun'er from the Gu clan, whose beauty is like that of a celestial fairy descending to the mortal world. Today, seeing her in person, I can confirm the rumors were not exaggerated," Mijia complimented Xun'er. "You flatter me, elder," Xun'er stood up, returning the courtesy with a graceful bow. However, inwardly, Xun'er was puzzled. She had no idea why these two from the holy court had come, nor why they seemed to be focusing on her. A sense of foreboding began to grow in her heart. "You have quite an exceptional disciple, Heavenly Emperor," Mijia said, his tone suddenly shifting. "But the reason we are here today is for Miss Xun'er." "What?" The Heavenly Emperor's expression instantly darkened. Only a select few within the Gu clan knew the truth about Xun'er's background. To outsiders, she was simply presented as a talented young genius of the new generation who had previously been in seclusion, which explained why she hadn't been seen before. "Elder, the moment I laid eyes on Miss Xun'er, I was captivated by her beauty." The Son of Light spoke up, his hands clenched in resolve. "It was love at first sight, and I hope you will grant me the opportunity to win her heart." "What?" The 6 other Dou Xian elders around the room were stunned, clearly taken aback by the Son of Light's sudden and audacious declaration. "Forgive me, Son of Light, but Miss Xun'er is already engaged," Xun'er responded, her shock palpable, though she kept her composure and stood with a polite smile. "What?" The Son of Light's eyes widened in disbelief. Xun'er was already engaged? How could that be possible? How could someone so beautiful, like a celestial being, belong to anyone else? No. Such a flawless beauty could only belong to him, the Son of Light. Whoever her fiancé was, he would kill them if necessary. "Miss Xun'er, being engaged doesn't matter. I believe only I am truly worthy of you," the Son of Light declared boldly, his aura of light attribute Dou Qi suddenly flaring out around him. A wave of arrogance filled his eyes, though a flicker of anger stirred within him at the thought that someone else had already claimed the woman he desired. Shring. As the radiant Dou Qi spread through the hall, the 7 Dou Xian elders all felt an incredibly pure energy flowing through their bodies. Even their remaining vitality seemed to be enhanced by the Son of Light's brilliant aura. This was the terrifying power of the Son of Light. And this was him before he had even received his full inheritance. Once he did, he would likely be capable of wielding resurrection magic. "Son of Light." Mijia barked sharply. "Watch your words." "Humph." Xun'er snorted coldly, irritated by the Son of Light's arrogance. In an instant, her mid-5-star Dou Di power flared to life. While her level of power wasn't enough to shake the 8 Dou Xian experts in the room, the sudden appearance of her Dou Qi caused her long lashes to flutter. In the next moment, a golden flame erupted from her body, enveloping her in a majestic aura. The moment the golden flame appeared, it swiftly ignited the radiant Dou Qi surrounding the Son of Light. "What is this?" The Son of Light cried out in shock. "How can this flame burn my Dou Qi?" The Son of Light watched in disbelief as the terrifying golden flames consumed his Dou Qi, refusing to be extinguished. Shring. Mijia quickly intervened, waving his hand to douse the golden flames with an invisible force. "What is this?" Mijia murmured, clearly shaken by Xun'er's golden flames as he fell into deep thought. Boom, boom, boom. The appearance of the golden flames sparked a wave of exclamations throughout the hall. "This, could it be?" One of the 6 Dou Xian elders gasped. "The complete form of the Golden Emperor's sky-burning flame," another elder exclaimed in astonishment. No wonder they were so shocked. Within the Gu clan, there was an extremely powerful sacred flame, one so unique that it could only be absorbed by someone who first possessed the Golden Emperor's sky-burning flame. Otherwise, even a Dou Xian expert could be instantly incinerated by its power. Sigh. After all the years we've spent vying for this sacred flame, who would have thought? One of the 6 Dou Xian elders murmured, sensing the terrifying power within Xun'er's golden flame. They had been competing for so long, yet now it was clear. The sacred flame had already found its destined wielder.